Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stay healthier and live longer with just a few simple habits? What if the secret to a longer life isn't just about eating right or exercising, but something much simpler? Believe it or not, the key to longevity might lie in your daily hygiene routine. Specifically, 5 body parts you probably neglect every day. In today's video, I will reveal these 5 overlooked areas and explain why giving them just a few minutes of attention each day could drastically improve your health, boost your energy, and even add years to your life. We're not talking about complicated routines or expensive treatments, just simple habits that you can incorporate into your daily routine. If you stick with me until the end, you'll learn how taking just a few minutes to clean your tongue, feet, armpits, nose, and belly button can improve everything from your immunity to your overall well-being. I'll share easy-to-follow tips that are backed by experts, showing you exactly how you can take care of these areas with minimal effort but maximum impact. So, why should you watch this video all the way through? Because these simple habits could make a massive difference in your health, helping you feel more energetic, preventing chronic issues, and improving your overall quality of life. Plus, I'll share personal stories of people just like you who've experienced life-changing benefits from these small adjustments. Let's get started, and together, we'll unlock the secrets to a longer, healthier life. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. The importance of cleaning your tongue. The tongue, though vital in our daily lives for speaking, tasting, and swallowing, is one of the most overlooked and neglected parts of our oral hygiene routine. It's easy to think that brushing our teeth twice a day is enough to ensure our mouth stays healthy, but that assumption leaves out a crucial piece of the puzzle. Dr. Emma Harris, a geriatric specialist with over 30 years of experience working with older adults, stresses just how essential it is to clean your tongue regularly, explaining that its importance extends far beyond the confines of your mouth and directly impacts your overall health. Let's take a moment to reflect on just how much we use our tongues. Countless times a day, they are engaged in speaking, savoring the tastes of our food, and aiding in digestion. However, despite all that activity, it remains one of the most neglected organs when it comes to cleanliness. Your tongue is not just a simple muscle. It's a bustling, active ecosystem that can harbor more than 700 different types of bacteria at any given time. Some of these bacteria are good, essential even, helping you break down food and maintain a healthy balance of bacteria in your mouth. But, sadly, many others can wreak havoc if left unchecked. If neglected, these harmful microorganisms can lead to bad breath, tooth decay, and even more severe health complications. Imagine the tongue as a sponge. Throughout the day, it collects not only bacteria but also tiny food particles, dead skin cells, and other debris. This accumulation creates a thin, often invisible film on the surface of the tongue. Over time, if this layer isn't cleaned off, it can become a breeding ground for bacteria that thrive on that very buildup. What starts as something imperceptible can soon escalate into an issue that affects the entire body. The consequences can be worse than just bad breath. Dr. Harris points out that harmful bacteria that accumulate on the tongue can find their way into your bloodstream, particularly through tiny cuts or inflamed gums, a common issue for older adults. These bacteria can then travel to other parts of the body, potentially leading to more serious systemic health problems like heart disease, respiratory infections, and even complications from diabetes. Think of your tongue as a filter in your home's heating system. If the filter gets clogged with dust and grime, the air in your home becomes polluted and unhealthy. In the same way, if your tongue remains unclean, it can compromise your entire body's health. This analogy may seem simple, but it helps to understand just how significant the role of a clean tongue is in maintaining your well-being. It's not just a matter of keeping your mouth fresh, it's about protecting your heart, lungs, and even your blood vessels from potential harm. Thankfully, keeping your tongue clean is a simple habit to incorporate into your daily routine, and it takes minimal time and effort. Dr. Harris recommends using a tongue scraper, an inexpensive tool found at most drugstores. But if you don't have one, the bristles of your toothbrush can do the trick just as effectively. It's a small change that takes less than 3 minutes. In the morning, before you eat anything, stand in front of your bathroom mirror, stick out your tongue, and gently scrape it from the back toward the tip. Aim for 3 or 4 smooth strokes. Careful not to press too hard. Think of it like wiping down a dusty countertop. You want to be thorough but gentle, taking care not to irritate the surface. Afterward, rinse your mouth with water to clear away the debris. Before bed, repeat this simple routine, but this time, do it a bit more gently, as your tongue will likely be more sensitive after a day of speaking, eating, and tasting. It's a quick process, and although it may seem trivial, the rewards are truly remarkable. When bacteria and debris sit on your tongue, they not only cause bad breath but can also coat your taste buds, dulling your ability to truly savor the flavors in your food. However, once you adopt the habit of tongue cleaning, many people notice a significant improvement in their sense of taste, often within just a few weeks. For older adults, this newfound vibrancy in taste can turn eating from a mundane task into a joyful experience again. A small yet deeply satisfying change that enhances daily life. As someone who has felt the power of small, simple habits in improving quality of life, I can't stress enough how a few minutes of tongue cleaning every day can make a profound difference. It's not just about avoiding bad breath, it's about revitalizing your senses, improving your overall health, and setting yourself on a path of wellness that can serve you well into your later years. Taking the time to care for your tongue is a small gesture that speaks volumes about how much you value your health. It's a simple, affordable practice that, when incorporated into your routine, can help you feel better, more vibrant, and more connected to the world around you. And when it comes to maintaining our health in older age, every little bit counts. 2. Foot care. The unsung hero of hygiene. When we think about hygiene, our minds often immediately jump to the usual suspects. Brushing our teeth, washing our faces, or making sure our skin is clean and well moisturized. But one crucial aspect of our daily routine often goes overlooked: our feet. These often forgotten parts of our bodies are the silent heroes that carry us through every single day, yet they rarely get the love and care they deserve. It's easy to fall into the habit of rushing through a quick rinse in the shower, thinking it's enough to keep our feet clean. However, this seemingly harmless oversight can lead to some surprising and even serious consequences that many of us don't realize until it's too late. Imagine this. Neglecting proper foot care can significantly increase your risk of infections, impair your mobility, and in some cases, even contribute to long-term conditions like peripheral neuropathy, diabetic foot ulcers, or other debilitating complications. It's heartbreaking that something so simple, like a daily foot care routine, is often neglected until it leads to greater health issues. Our feet are among the hardest working parts of our bodies, tirelessly supporting us with every step, whether it's a stroll in the park or a sprint to catch the bus. And yet, they are often the last ones we think to take care of. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we age, the need for foot maintenance only grows more urgent. Foot problems that were once minor annoyances in our younger years can quickly evolve into serious health concerns in later life. Dr. Emma Harris, a leading podiatrist, often likens our feet to the foundation of a house. Think about it. If the foundation of a house is weak or poorly maintained, everything built upon it, the walls, the roof, the entire structure, starts to falter. The same goes for our bodies. If we neglect the foundation, our feet, everything from our posture to our balance to our overall health starts to deteriorate. When we don't give them the care they need, even simple tasks like walking can become difficult, and that's when we begin to feel the true impact. The complexity of our feet is truly remarkable, yet it also makes them vulnerable to wear and tear, especially if hygiene is neglected. Did you know that each of our feet contains 26 bones, an astounding quarter of all the bones in your body, 33 joints, and more than 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. That's an intricate network that keeps you moving, allowing you to stand, walk, run, and carry out everyday tasks. All of these components work together to provide stability and mobility. But when one part of this delicate system is compromised, whether through poor hygiene or lack of attention, it can lead to serious complications. And yet, we tend to ignore them until it's too late. One of the primary reasons why foot care is so important, especially as we age, is circulation. Our bodies change with age, and one of the most significant changes is the slowing of blood flow to our extremities. The feet are often the first to show signs of this slowdown, and these subtle signs can be alarming if ignored. You may start to notice swelling, persistent coldness in your toes, or even changes in the skin tone of your feet, redness, paleness, or a waxy appearance. These can be early warning signs of more significant health issues, like cardiovascular problems or poor circulation. For people with diabetes, this issue becomes even more pressing. Foot care isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Proper foot hygiene can be the difference between preventing infections and ulcers or facing life-threatening complications, such as amputations. Moist, neglected spaces between the toes can become breeding grounds for bacteria and fungi, quickly turning what might seem like a minor issue into a serious, life-altering condition. So, how do we begin to show our feet the attention and respect they truly deserve? The answer is simple but requires intentional effort. Start by washing your feet thoroughly each day. I know it might sound basic, but this is one area where taking the time to do it right can make all the difference. Don't just rinse your feet casually under the water in the shower. That's barely scratching the surface. Instead, dedicate a few minutes to the task. Sit comfortably, whether it's on a shower chair, the edge of your bathtub, or on a stool with a basin of warm, but not hot, water. Use a soft washcloth and mild soap to gently scrub the tops, bottoms, and sides of your feet. The key is to be thorough. Take the time to clean every inch. Pay special attention to the spaces between your toes, which are often ignored and can harbor moisture and debris that lead to fungal infections. Think of it like cleaning the slats of a set of window blinds. If you don't get into every little crevice, you're not doing the job right. When cleaning your feet, it's important to treat each part of your feet with care. After thoroughly washing, focus on the areas where calluses and dead skin tend to build up. Many of us have rough patches on the soles or heels that can become painful over time. Take the time to gently exfoliate these areas using a pumice stone or foot file. This helps to remove hardened skin and prevent cracking, which can lead to infections. Once you've finished washing and exfoliating, rinse your feet well to make sure there's no soap or debris left behind. Afterward, it's essential to dry your feet completely. Take your time drying them with a clean, soft towel, especially between the toes. Any lingering moisture can create the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi to thrive. After drying your feet thoroughly, it's time to nourish them. Apply a small amount of foot cream or moisturizer to keep your skin soft, smooth, and hydrated. Don't just slap it on. Take a moment to massage it into your feet, paying attention to the areas that need it most, such as the heels and the tops of your feet. The act of massaging your feet not only feels incredibly soothing, but it also increases circulation, which is essential for foot health. The longer you sit with your feet in your lap, lovingly massaging them, the more you'll appreciate how much your feet have done for you over the years. It's a simple but beautiful act of self-care that can go a long way in ensuring your feet continue to support you for years to come. Remember, foot care isn't just about hygiene. It's an essential part of overall well-being. It's about honoring your body, taking the time to care for the foundation that holds you up. Too often, we take our feet for granted until something goes wrong. But when we treat them with the respect they deserve, we can avoid serious health complications and preserve our mobility and independence. So, take a moment today to show your feet some love. Give them the attention they need. After all, they've been with you through every step of your life, carrying you through thick and thin. Don't they deserve a little TLC? 3. Armpit hygiene. Detox your lymphatic system. Armpit hygiene is a topic that is often overlooked or treated as a mere afterthought in our daily routines. Yet, if we truly understood the vital role our underarms play in the body's natural detoxification system, we would certainly treat them with much more care and respect. When we think of personal hygiene, most of us focus on the basics: bathing, brushing our teeth, washing our hands. But how many of us stop to consider the importance of maintaining healthy armpits? It may seem trivial at first glance, but armpit care goes far beyond simply masking odor with deodorant or a quick scrub in the shower. It is about nurturing a vital area of our body that plays a crucial role in overall health: our lymphatic system. For many of us, armpit hygiene might consist of no more than a hurried wipe with a deodorant stick or a quick rinse while showering. But what if I told you that your armpits serve a more profound function than we commonly realize? Your underarms are home to a complex network of lymph nodes, small, powerful structures that act as your body's natural filtration system. These nodes are essential to flushing out toxins, waste products, and harmful invaders, ultimately strengthening your immune system. It's easy to ignore this body part, but as I've come to realize, by doing so, we are neglecting an important gateway to health. The armpits are more than just a source of body odor. They're a hub of detoxification. Dr. Helen Carter, a well-respected expert in lymphatic health, sheds light on the underappreciated significance of the armpit region. According to her, the underarm area houses a cluster of major lymph nodes that play an essential role in filtering waste, fighting off infections, and clearing toxins from our bodies. These lymph nodes are incredibly hard-working, tirelessly performing their duties to ensure our bodies stay clean and protected. However, their efficiency can be easily compromised when the area becomes clogged with sweat, dead skin cells, bacteria, or residues from deodorants and antiperspirants. Over time, as this buildup accumulates, it can impair the lymphatic system's ability to function properly, ultimately hindering its natural detox processes. The harsh reality is that many of us unknowingly obstruct the health of our lymphatic system by using products laden with chemicals that disrupt this delicate balance. Regular deodorants and antiperspirants often contain artificial fragrances, aluminum compounds, and other harmful chemicals that can leave a residue on the skin, clogging pores, and trapping toxins within the lymph nodes. This accumulation of toxic substances can have a significant impact on our health, leading to irritation, inflammation, and even infection. In the long run, these unaddressed issues can weaken the immune system, leaving us more susceptible to illness and disease. I can't help but feel an overwhelming sense of concern when I think about how many of us neglect our armpits, unknowingly contributing to the very problems we are trying to avoid. The lymphatic system's role in protecting our bodies is so critical, and yet we often dismiss it as unimportant. Perhaps it's because the armpits are hidden, not often visible to us or others, making them easy to overlook in the hustle of everyday life. But our bodies are interconnected, and when one area suffers, others inevitably follow suit. If we want to take control of our health and truly support our immune system, it's time to give more attention to this often neglected part of our bodies. Proper armpit care is about more than just preventing body odor. It's about ensuring that our lymphatic system continues to perform optimally, keeping us healthy and strong. This can be achieved through simple, natural hygiene practices that support the health of the underarm area. For instance, choosing a natural deodorant free of synthetic chemicals can make a huge difference in allowing the lymph nodes to function without obstruction. Opting for a gentle, natural scrub during showering to remove dead skin cells and bacteria can also help keep the area clean and allow the lymphatic system to do its job effectively. I urge everyone to start considering armpit hygiene as an integral part of their wellness routine, not just as a means to avoid unpleasant odor, but as a way to promote detoxification, immune health, and overall well-being. It's a small shift in perspective that can make a profound impact on your health. I can't help but feel deeply passionate about this because, in my own life, taking better care of my body in these small but meaningful ways has truly improved my sense of vitality and energy. If we can commit to prioritizing something as simple as armpit hygiene, we can support our body's natural ability to cleanse and heal, helping us to feel more vibrant, energized, and immune to the stresses of daily life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The lymphatic system is our body's unsung hero, silently working in the background, and the least we can do is give it the attention it deserves. So, the next time you step into the shower or reach for your deodorant, take a moment to remember just how important that little area under your arms is. Give it the love, care, and attention it needs to continue doing its crucial job. Your body will thank you, and I believe you'll feel better for it, physically, emotionally, and energetically. 4. Nasal hygiene. Cleanse your airway. Breathing, such a fundamental, yet often overlooked action. It's something we do without a second thought, an unconscious rhythm that sustains us through every moment of the day. Without us even noticing, we breathe in and out, silently, effortlessly. By the time the sun sets, we've taken around 20,000 breaths. 20,000 vital breaths. But how many of us stop to think about those breaths, or more importantly, the pathways through which they flow? How often do we pause and consider the health and function of the very airways that keep us alive and active? Most of us take for granted the silent work of our noses, assuming they're simply doing their job, day in and day out, without any need for attention. But just like the air filter in your home that catches dust, pollen, and pollutants, your nasal passages need care to ensure they are working at their best, and this care becomes even more critical as we age. Let's think about it for a moment. Your nose does so much more than just help you breathe. It's designed to filter the air, trapping dust, allergens, and even harmful bacteria before they can reach your lungs. It helps to warm and humidify the air, ensuring that the air you breathe is comfortable and safe for your body. It also plays a significant role in your sense of smell, which, in turn, influences your taste and perception of the world around you. Yet, as vital as these functions are, our noses aren't invincible. They need care. Just as an air filter collects debris and becomes clogged over time, the mucous membranes in your nasal passages can become dry, less efficient, or even inflamed as we get older. And as we age, we also experience a natural decline in our body's ability to produce the necessary fluids to keep these passages moist and clear. This can lead to nasal congestion, sinus pressure, and even increased susceptibility to colds, flu, and other respiratory illnesses. When you think about it, nasal hygiene becomes an essential part of self-care that's often overlooked, especially as we get older. The act of intentionally caring for your nasal passages can make an enormous difference in your overall well-being. Imagine being able to breathe freely without the nagging feeling of congestion or discomfort. Picture the clarity and relief you would experience when your airways are open and unobstructed. And think of the sleep benefits. When your breathing is unrestricted, you're able to sleep more deeply and restfully, waking up feeling more refreshed and energized. With clearer breathing comes more energy throughout the day. It's amazing how much of a difference something as simple as breathing can make in our daily lives. And it's not just about the physical benefits. Good nasal health also impacts your emotional and mental state. Have you ever noticed how much harder it is to focus or remain calm when you're struggling to breathe clearly? When your nose is blocked, you don't just experience physical discomfort, you're also dealing with mental fatigue. The constant strain of trying to get air through restricted passages can leave you feeling irritable, stressed, and mentally exhausted. That's why nasal hygiene is so much more than just a physical benefit. It can improve your emotional and mental resilience as well. When your nose is clear, you can breathe deeply, which has a calming effect on the nervous system. Deep, slow breaths activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the body's rest and digest function, helping to lower stress, reduce anxiety, and promote a sense of calm and relaxation. On the other hand, struggling to breathe can elevate stress levels and make even the simplest tasks feel overwhelming. As we age, our bodies inevitably change. Some of these changes are outside of our control, but many aspects of aging are within our power to influence. Nasal hygiene is one of those areas where we can make a huge impact on our daily lives. By taking just a few minutes each day to care for our nasal passages, we can drastically improve the way we breathe, how well we sleep, and how much energy we have throughout the day. It's a small act of self-care that can have profound, long-lasting effects on our health and happiness. Simple actions like using a saline rinse, applying a gentle nasal spray, or even making sure the air in your environment is clean and free of pollutants can make all the difference in how effectively your nose works. And while this might seem like a trivial thing, I believe it's a crucial part of maintaining our overall health as we age. There's something so deeply personal about our breath. It's the very essence of life. When our breathing is unrestricted, it allows us to fully experience the world around us. It allows us to engage more deeply in our relationships, our activities, and our lives. It's a gift we can give ourselves, a simple but incredibly powerful practice of self-care. And the truth is, as we age, there is no greater gift we can give ourselves than the ability to feel vibrant, energized, and fully present in every moment. Nasal hygiene may seem small, but it's a cornerstone of health that impacts everything, from our physical energy to our mental clarity and emotional well-being. So, let's take a moment to appreciate our breath and our noses. Let's give them the attention they deserve. After all, it's through these simple, everyday actions that we truly honor the gift of life. And when we take care of our breath, we take care of ourselves, our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. 5. Belly button care. The hidden hygiene spot. Let's take a moment to talk about something that we all have, but many of us rarely give a second thought to: our belly button. It's such a small, subtle feature, often overlooked, but it holds deep significance. This little indentation on our abdomen is not just a trivial part of our body. It's a quiet reminder of the profound connection we once shared with our mothers, the lifeline through which we were nourished before we took our first breath. It's a tiny mark that carries the story of our very beginnings, but it's so easy to forget about it amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life. We rush through our showers, getting in and out as quickly as possible, all the while focusing on cleaning what's immediately visible: our face, our arms, our feet. The belly button, hidden away beneath our clothes, is often the last thing we think to care for. But here's something that I've come to realize. This little area, tucked away from view, is one of the most important parts of our body when it comes to hygiene, and it's something we should never overlook. The belly button might seem like a trivial concern compared to other body parts, but what if I told you that neglecting it could impact your overall health? It's easy to assume that because it's small and often hidden, it's not something we need to worry about. After all, it doesn't get dirty in the same way our hands or feet do, right? But when we stop and think about it, the belly button is a natural crevice in our body, and like any other crease or fold, it can easily trap sweat, dead skin cells, and bacteria. This tiny, often ignored area is a breeding ground for bacteria and fungi, especially when we sweat or wear tight clothing. And while it might seem like nothing, a dirty belly button can lead to irritation, itching, rashes, and in some cases, painful infections. This is something many people don't realize until they begin to experience discomfort or notice unpleasant odors. I've learned this lesson the hard way, and I wish I had known earlier how important it was to care for this little spot on my body. There was a time when I didn't think twice about it, and I would simply go through my routine, quickly rinsing off in the shower without paying any mind to this hidden area. It seemed so insignificant compared to the larger parts of my body that required more attention. But one day, I began to notice a faint, uncomfortable itch, followed by some irritation and redness around my belly button. At first, I brushed it off, thinking it was nothing to be concerned about. But as the days went on, the irritation only grew worse. It became a painful reminder that neglecting this area wasn't as harmless as I'd imagined. That's when I realized just how easily bacteria and sweat could build up, especially in the deep crevices of my belly button. When things escalate like that, it's easy to feel embarrassed or frustrated, but more than anything, I felt disappointed in myself for not giving this area the attention it needed all along. I never would have guessed that such a small area could cause so much trouble. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, Please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. And let's not forget about the importance of cleanliness in preventing infections. If you have a belly button piercing, for instance, this area becomes even more susceptible to infections if not properly cleaned. The piercing introduces a foreign object into your skin, and when sweat or bacteria accumulate around it, it can lead to painful issues like infections or even scarring. It's a reminder that we need to be just as diligent about cleaning our belly buttons as we are with the more obvious parts of our body. We wouldn't dream of leaving our face or teeth unclean for days, so why should our belly button be any different? When I think about the belly button, it's almost like this secret part of our body that's hidden in plain sight, quietly contributing to our health, for better or for worse. If we pay it the attention it deserves, it can be a healthy, happy part of our body. But when we ignore it, it becomes a breeding ground for problems. The more I've learned about it, the more I believe that caring for our belly button should be an integral part of our personal hygiene routine. It's not just about cleaning the visible parts of our body. It's about caring for every inch of ourselves, even the places that are easy to overlook. I've also realized that taking care of our belly button is a form of self-respect. We spend so much time thinking about our appearance, our skin, our hair, and even our health, but we forget that our bodies are intricate, interconnected systems. Every little part of us deserves care. When we ignore these small details, we're denying ourselves the opportunity to be as healthy as we can be. Caring for your belly button isn't just about getting rid of dirt or bacteria. It's about investing in your health, in your comfort, and your well-being. And this goes far beyond physical health. It's also about cultivating the habit of self-care, of recognizing that every aspect of ourselves is worth nurturing. So, how do we go about taking proper care of our belly button? It's simple, really. Treat it with the same care and attention you would give any other part of your body. When you're in the shower, make sure to gently clean your belly button with warm water and a mild soap. Avoid harsh, scented soaps, as these can irritate the sensitive skin around your belly button. If you have any buildup of dirt or skin, be gentle in removing it with your fingers or a soft washcloth. Afterward, make sure to dry the area thoroughly. This is an often overlooked step, but it's so important. Any moisture left behind can invite bacteria to thrive. If you tend to sweat a lot, especially around your belly button, consider using an antibacterial wipe or a gentle powder to keep the area clean and dry. Small habits like these can make a world of difference in preventing discomfort and infections. Ultimately, we need to stop treating our belly button like an afterthought and start treating it with the respect and care it deserves. It's easy to dismiss this part of our body because it's hidden, but that doesn't mean it doesn't need attention. Our health is holistic. Every part of us deserves the time and care we give to the more visible areas. So the next time you're in the shower, take a moment to appreciate this small part of your body and give it the care it needs to stay healthy. Your belly button might be a quiet, often overlooked area of your body, but it's deserving of the same love and respect as every other part. Because in the end, taking care of every corner of our bodies is a reflection of how much we care about ourselves. And that's something worth remembering. As we wrap up today's discussion on belly button care, I hope you've gained a deeper understanding of why this small but significant area deserves more attention in our hygiene routine. It's easy to overlook, but as we've learned today, taking care of our belly button is an essential step in maintaining overall health and comfort. So, what have you learned so far? Is there anything about belly button care that surprised you or made you rethink your routine? I'd love to hear from you. Please take a moment to comment below and share one thing you've learned from this video that you plan to practice in your own life. Your thoughts and experiences mean a lot, and I'm sure they can inspire others too. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more health and wellness tips. We appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing your comments below.